to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery. So he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go.
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Good Friday morning. It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, 11:01. Hope everybody's having a great day, excited about the weekend. Good morning to Monica and good morning to Dizzy. How are you guys this morning? Everybody good?
Oh, yes.
Chowing down on the food that was brought to you by a listener who won the game you both hate. Is it good? Are you enjoying yourselves?
We both hate.
Here, I haven't put it out yet, but yes, we have some right here.
What do you got? What
they
was
look
delivered?
Like sandwiches.
They're Cubans. I was coming up from the
okay.
And he goes, "Hey Monica, I brought you Cubans." And I don't know who this guy is. So a random stranger saying I brought you Cubans was a little alarming, but then he was super nice, super nice guy. Oh, John?
Mike.
Oh, crap. I'm horrible with names. Anyway, he was like, I won. He said he tried to visit us at two things, JP. He said he came to Hooters because he wanted to be there because he wanted to talk to you and say hi. But it was crazy packed, and so he just turned around, which fair. You know, some people don't like crowds. And two, you might...
I'm one of them.
Yeah. I don't know how you'll take this, so I'm kind of curious. He said that he boycotted the show for 3 months because of the whole change-up. He said, but I came back, and I'm glad I did.
Good. That's
So,
cool. No,
yeah.
I totally get it, man.
Me too. That's what I
totally
told
get
him.
it. A lot of people were upset, man, and I listen. I was probably more upset than anybody, but no, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who I don't know. Maybe we'll get them back at some point. You never know.
Whenever someone complains about that, I go, listen, that was a JP decision, not me.
Right. Exactly. Blame
Out
him.
of my hands. You know, it's called all of a sudden it's called the JP show. I don't know.
He just wanted all the attention.
Yeah, that's him.
That's me.
Yeah.
Got me all figured out.
I pulled him aside, go, listen, I can't even stand the guy if I'm being honest. I just do it because I want the
That's
2
how
hours.
rumors start.
Because I want the 2 hours. You know, when you break it down like that, I feel really bad.
Well, you should. It was your fault.
Well, no, I'm talking
kidding,
about the 2 hours.
No,
I'm
you should be
talking about
happy. Like that's an extra.
2
If
hours.
if there weren't 2 hours here, he would just have the 3 or 4 or whatever it is.
Well, he would have been, I'm sure, doing whatever 2 hours was filling the spot. You know,
Oh,
it's not. He didn't get it. But, well, he did kind of get. I did push for him. That's the truth. I did push for this crew because I thought we could make it work.
nah.
It was a little bumpy in the beginning, but I think we pulled it off.
You're like,
what's that?
get rid of the 2 white guys, keep the 2 minorities.
That was the whole plan. This
That's
way
why
I
you
could
want
say
to hear it.
This way I could say things.
Yeah.
Right.
N-words flying left and right.
There's a DEI doesn't exist, but it does here with JP show.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that? I saw an article today. I don't have it in front of me because I didn't think we were going to talk about it. But there was an article from Amy Poehler. It was about Amy Poehler. I guess she's got a podcast or whatever it is.
I read her book.
Oh,
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Before I even get to that, you want to talk about a book I want to read? Charlie Sheen's got a memoir coming out. Now that's a book.
Okay.
That's a book.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know. There's hookers, there's coke. God only knows what else is in there. Doesn't he have the HIV too? Does he have a little bit of the AIDS?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Definitely does.
Just a touch of it? Nothing crazy?
I forgot.
Is AIDS even a bad thing anymore?
I mean,
Don't they
it's
have
not
that under
a good
control?
thing.
Is that under
I'm not
control?
saying it's a good thing, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Like people aren't dying from AIDS anymore, right?
Charlie Sheen ain't. I think rich people ain't. If you have the money to.
Whatchamacallit's not dying. Either is Magic Johnson. That dude's still alive. He got AIDS in the height of it.
Yeah, that's true.
In the height of it.
He
Don't you
dodged that
remember that?
thing. Yeah.
When he retired because of AIDS and then, or HIV, I should say. And then he went back into the NBA for a little while. And people were like, yo.
Well, that was when we were ignorant to that how it spread, and we didn't know.
Everyone's like, I'm not sharing a water bottle with you. Get out of here.
Right. Get your sweat off me. Well, it was spread by fluids, by bodily fluids. It's spread through sex and blood.
Blood, yeah, exactly.
Which can easily happen doesn't happen in every game, but I'm sure people, get bloodied up during basketball games every once in a while.
You got to be a crazy guy to be on the road just raw dogging chicks. As an
Is that
NBA
what?
player.
Do we even know? Is that what happened?
What else would it have been?
Is that? I don't honestly. I don't know. I don't know if he had like a medical thing and he got blood. I have no idea.
No, I think we would have heard about it if it was any of that stuff.
Did he brag about banging all the ladies?
Was that
Whores,
him?
what have you? Was that him? I don't remember who.
The only basketball player that I've ever heard bragging about the amount of women he would bang on the road was Walt Frazier, and he said he had 20,000, and I'm like, that's a lot.
Right.
How many?
20,000.
I mean, is it mathematical possible? Like,
I mean, listen, I don't know how old the guy is now.
What they have, 82 games, half of those on the road.
Right. And that's just road. That doesn't mean, the guy played for the Knicks. He was in New York City.
Yeah.
Anytime he went out, the world was his oyster.
Now, I don't think he had a ticker and was like, all right, here's 1,002, 1,003, but I'm sure it's up there.
But what we were just getting ready to talk, because you said about having the minorities on the show, that I got to find this Amy Poehler thing. She was talking about how they all played characters that they couldn't do today, and how, comedy. I'm like, yeah, and she was kind of complaining about it. Like, if I had it all to do over again, I'm like, but that's what made it great. That's what made it great. That's what, you pushed the envelope. You did the stuff that was edgy and you weren't supposed to do. And you know what? Yeah, it's not going to hold up forever, but don't be upset or ashamed. It was a surprising read. If I find it, Monica, I'll send it to you, because I know you're a big SNL girl.
Yes.
But I was surprised to see that she had that take on it.
I think people grow and change, and it's
that's what she kind of says.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, but that's what that show is playing those characters that maybe you're not supposed to play.
Yeah, and she did it, but I can understand. Like, there's things like, when you were a kid, it's not the same as it was now, and you did some things, you're like, oh my God, but and it was fun and it was good, it's made you who you are or whatever. But you can still look back and be like, that wasn't right, and I'm not exactly proud of that. But 100%. You did it.
If I had the Santa Claus thing to do over again, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you you've grown since then or whatever. And I think she's saying,
right,
yes, and I did it, and but I'm not exactly proud of it. But I am who I am today. I don't know that it's like she's
Yeah, read it though. I was surprised to see the level of kind of. It felt like she was beating herself up a little bit, and I was like, I don't think you should do that. I also didn't know she played a character called Michael Jackson in a tree, which, by the way, she looked insanely like Michael Jackson during the White Years.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah,
during the White Years.
Yeah, I'll see if I can dig it up. I'll see. Just put in.
It's like a Hot Tub Time Machine when they're trying to figure out what's going on. It's all weird, and the one guy grabs a random lady. He's like, "What color is Michael Jackson?" And she goes, "Black." He's like, because he knows it's the 80s. Like, it's not him now or whatever. It's like we establish time based on how black or white Michael Jackson is.
She does look like him in this tree.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Have you ever seen this, Monica?
No. I don't know. I feel like
the headline reads, Amy Poehler says, quote, "We all played people we should not have," as she reflects on controversial SNL sketches. It's interesting. Fair. I'll send it to you guys both. But yeah, she really does look like Michael Jackson in that tree.
You know what it is? It's the dark hair and the red shirt. Like, that's the outfit. Like, my brain is automatically going to Michael Jackson, and all you need to do is put a skinny face in there.
Yeah. Her eyes wide open and the eyebrows for me.
And I didn't know the bit. Now I want to go back and YouTube it and check it out, because I thought they were great. I mean, when she was doing the Weekend Update with what's her name? Tina Fey. I mean, I thought that was some of the best Weekend Update stuff there was. I thought they were fantastic together. I really do. I think Tina Fey. I was watching that. She's amazing.
Read her book.
One of the best writers, comedic writers, I think.
She's got you would like her book then, because she keeps it moving and she keeps it funny, and you really get a lot of insight into how she became funny, how she is.
I watched her on I think Netflix has it. David Letterman has that interview show. My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, and he did it with Tina Tina Fey, and
Okay.
He was getting
she,
frustrated.
no, I'm losing my mind.
I know.
She's insanely likable and
Yeah.
smart and funny, and I just think she's great. I really do. I think she's like super talented. And
I
you're
heard
right.
she
Diz.
got Donald Glover's career started because he like sent some scripts to her about 30 Rock, and they were like just rough drafts, and she loved them. She brought him onto the team, and he wrote like 3 scripts right off the bat that she was like, "You're amazing," and she put him on like gave him to the guys Dan Harmon at Community. He's like, "You need to use this kid because he's the future," and just he
took off.
took off after that.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. To me, that's the
Community is
best.
good.
That's the best. When you find somebody who's talented and you're in a position to help launch their career because you really believe in them, that's power.
Yeah.
And
Well,
when-
thanks for the 2
awesome.
hours, JP. I appreciate
And that's
it.
awesome. What'd you say?
Thanks for the 2 hours, dog. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
But you laugh, but I think radio is that's why radio's kind of traumatizing because there are so many people that are fearful or insecure or ego or whatever where they even if you are talented, they're pushing you down because they don't want you to take their spot. They're all paranoid or whatever. But then there are people who are not ego, and I always bring this up, and you and I hadn't always gotten along, but you were the one, sorry to say it, JP, who told me to crack my mic. I was messaging you, and I, here and there, different opinions, and you'd bring me on. You guys would bring me on here and there, and then finally you were just like, Monica, turn on your mic when we turn on this. Just do it and just be you or whatever.
Yeah, just keep your mic up. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and the
I
thing
tell you
is-
what, as much as it came back to bite me in the ass a few times, the truth of the matter is my agent just called me the other day. You'll appreciate this. Just called me the other day, and he's like asking how, because he was listening to the show, and he's like, "How's everything going?" I'm like, we turned the corner. I said, we turned the corner, and I figured out a way to manage everything, and it's been going, and I'm really, really happy with it. And he's like, I got to be honest with you. He goes, Monica's a talent.
Oh, really?
I said, I know.
Look at me. What? Me?
I know.
Why is my voice so high?
I don't know. I don't know.
what's going on.
Feels like somebody's got your clitoris in a vice.
Listen, I wish. I don't know which one I'd like more right now, but that's pretty damn cool. Thank you for sharing that. I will. So since we're ass kissing, this feels really weird, and it's a Love It All Friday. One of my first things that I thought, and I found out to be true through time, was the fact, because you guys have been in this morning show for over 25 years or whatever it is. I've worked with people in your shoes and that have had that, and they are just ego, and they don't have time for a little random girl who is this bitch, and I don't need to hear her talking. Just run the board and shut up. Right. And so the fact, if you recall that conversation, I was like, "Are you sure? It's your show."
Yeah, no, I remember.
I don't want to, whatever. And I was very hesitant because I'm so used to working with people that weren't as nice as y'all. You guys just didn't have egos. You didn't come with egos, and it was a shock. Not only because of my experience, but just because of this business. So the fact that you invited me in speaks volumes about you're not having an ego and willing to listen to someone. And that was kind of cool. That was very cool.
It's all about, and that's why I know why I get on you guys, because you guys want to crush, dead guy or whatever it is. The truth of the matter is, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about this. It's about them. It's about the
it's about crushing dead guy. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That guy brought you a Cuban sandwich, and I got to be honest with you. Out of all sandwiches, Cuban sandwich is one of my top 5, and I didn't get one.
I know.
It's one of your top 5? I would never have thought.
I mean, I'm assuming Giggle Waters is number 1.
Well, that's a burger. That's a different. That's a whole different. That's a different thing.
All
Let's
right.
not have the discussion whether a burger is a sandwich and all the other stuff, because technically, yeah, but it's it's different. Yeah, when a Cuban sandwich is done right, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
When it's done wrong, I want to throw it at the person who made it.
Shall we tell you exactly how well this one's
eat
done,
it.
and
now bite it
and let you know that you're missing out on the most delicious.
Stuff your face right now. I want to hear about it.
I'll put
But
all the
you're
meat
not
in
going to
there.
say if it sucks.
I will.
Diz will. You won't.
Yeah, I will.
Take a bite.
Monica.
Take a bite. Oh,
How is it, Diz?
Oh, I haven't eaten yet.
Well, eat it.
We're doing a little thing called talking on a microphone. Sometimes it's frowned upon to be chewing
Oh,
food.
yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, miss. Oh, we're doing a show and you're mid-sip from your Diet Coke?
I know.
Really?
Listen, I can take a sip of that and be fine. A little
You're
water
mid-sip
working
and
here today.
You can't answer the question because you got a mouthful of aspartame?
Yeah, that's happened before a million times, actually. It looks good from here. I mean, it's big.
Where's it from?
It's from.
Go ahead.
Can you see me on the camera? It looks pretty good.
I can now. Yeah, that does look pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
It's all
that
to
looks
me
special.
a big chunk of what makes a Cuban good is the bread. You gotta have good Cuban bread that's like freshly made that day from some bakery, right around the corner.
100%.
And also, you're not gonna like this.
What?
I'll take a Cuban with no salami.
What?
I don't want salami on there.
Yeah, but there's cheese on there too. You take it without
But it's
the
not
cheese.
well.
It is
yeah,
melted.
It is melted.
It
I would
is
take
melted.
it without the cheese, but I feel like
It's panini style.
if I ask for it, if I'm ordering it, I'll say no salami, no cheese. But if it just comes with it, I'll just pick the salami off myself and just.
That's not a
suffer.
Cuban. That's a Puerto Rican, is what that is.
I'm a Mexican. It's a Mexican.
I'll tell you this. I want to hate it just for like content purposes to be like, oh, it sucks and laugh. It's
Yeah.
great. It's good.
Good.
It's really good.
I think the last one I had was in like the Miami airport. And it
Miami
was-
don't know what it's doing.
No.
And Miami. Well, I guess
They're
but-
stolen valor. They're trying to pretend they invented it. It's stolen
Yeah,
valor.
but like Cuba was like a short swim away, So you would
And
figure it.
then they
you would
should have
figure
gotten it first.
You
Yeah,
figured it would
right.
have dripped over a little bit, but it didn't because it was like it tasted like exactly what you. It's like in movie Vacation, they got the sandwiches from a gas station, and he was like, "How is it?" And they're like, "It tastes like a sandwich from a gas station." It tasted like a sandwich from an airport.
I'll be honest with you, and
Oh, here we go.
I love a sandwich from a gas station, and sometimes, a lot of times, that'll be like a hangover cure. If I got like a really bad hangover, go to a gas station, get one of their turkey sandwiches that is just like god awful, but like not a good like Wawa has really really good ones, and 7-Eleven actually has really good fresh sandwiches. Go to a side store. Who knows
my
how long
God.
that thing's been there? The turkey looks a little gray. Get one of those. And then like a liter of Diet Sprite. And that will cure your hangover.
My
every
hangover
time.
cure. I get worms from a sandwich at a
Right.
gas station. They handle the rest.
Not worried about the hangover anymore, are you?
Oh, got rid of my hangover, but I now have a brain-eating amoeba.
It's good stuff. It's saved my butt a long time, many times.
All right, I'm in a mood today. Can you tell? Right?
I feel like you're confused and flustered.
No, why? Because I can't remember somebody's name.
Yeah,
Are you new here?
that's true. That's true. Tina Fey, though. Whatever.
I know, and twice within 30 seconds.
I know.
Gotcha. It happens.
To
What can I tell
you.
It's JP at 102.5 The Bone with Monica and Diz, and we'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy a little Justin Timberlake.
Except for one, babe. Attraction. Are you ready? I know you feel it. Pull you nearer till you feel it.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Good Greek Moving and Storage is going to make your next move smooth and easy. They offer full packing and unpacking, packing supplies if you want to do it yourself, debris and junk removal. Good Greek can also be used during storms, renovations, and more. Auto transport if you're shipping a car, all moving related services, and everything is done in-house. This is the world's only full-service relocation company. Go to goodgreek.com to set them up today.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then. 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable.
Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
There's a lot of great things happening in June at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. A $20,000 blackjack tournament, a $150,000 bonus time slot tournament. You could win a 2025 Mercedes CLE 300 in a drawing and a $150,000 hot seat power winners. And new Unity members by Hard Rock receive a limited time t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Gambling, great restaurants like Suppresso and Council Oak, the Rez, and the Hard Rock Cafe. Stop in at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims. And in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60 and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet? Just $116 a month. All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones. All certified diamonds too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have until June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love with 0% financing store-wide for 5 years till 2030. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Yuck. It is getting hot fast, and you know what that means. Time to turn on your air conditioning, and trust me, you want to make sure your HVAC system is working perfectly before even more brutal heat hits. But if you need a new system and you didn't take advantage of Trane's rebate offers before, Climate Design has you covered. Get extended rebate offers now through the month of June and switch out that old unreliable HVAC system with a brand new one. Earn rebates up to $1,300 off a new Trane system, and Climate Design will match it up to $2,600. Folks, that price cannot be beat in this Florida heat. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and ask to speak to a comfort specialist. You'll have peace of mind knowing your AC is in top working order before you need it. That is reassurance you can feel good about. Visit climatedesign.com or call 727-295-1572.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
JP, 1025 The Bone. I'm just watching the Mount Kilauea in Hawaii. The volcano's spewing, and is spewing lava 1,000 feet into the air.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's wild. That's wild. I actually got to see that when I was on vacation, and I got to see it kind of exploding, but it wasn't doing this by any stretch. That's wild. And you know what's funny? You see there's houses at the base of those volcanoes. Like,
how come I'm seeing this nowhere on the news? Like, I have no idea. that this was even happening.
This just came out on CBS News on Twitter 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
So it's spewing it. Oh
my God.
1,000 feet. That's wild, man.
It's scary. What do you do if I get listen, every region has their thing. We've got hurricanes, Midwest has tornadoes, there's earthquakes on the West Coast. And I guess Hawaii, it's beautiful as it is, just has to deal with that. But what do you do? What is your preparation? Like bottles of water and some canned food ain't going to do anything for you for hot lava.
Right. Well, there's not a lot around there. There are a handful of houses that, A, you can get for cheap, but B, you can't insure.
Well,
so you can't take a mortgage out on them, so you have to be able to pay cash for them, but they're not very expensive. And you can see when the lava is just like making its way down the side of the mountain.
Nope.
And I'm like, that house is in trouble. That's about a year or two away from going up in smoke,
Nope.
No
and
doubt.
nobody nope. Not.
Yeah. This is pretty wild. Anyway, if you're into that stuff.
You are.
I am into this stuff. I'm into like a lot of natural occurrences.
And so can we call you a nerd? Because that's boring AF and nobody.
That's not boring. That's not boring. You just got as excited as I was about this thing spewing lava.
I got scared for the people. I'm not excited. I'm scared for them. No, they're not.
They're fine.
Okay.
They're fine. They've been living with this thing for thousands of years.
Scary, though. I can't
I should
imagine.
say probably hundreds of years, the houses. But, yeah, no, it's nutty.
I mean, I'm sure there's this is what you do. But also you don't know, like with hurricanes, we get warnings. Like the volcano just lets it,
Would never want to live by one. I don't care how beautiful the place is. Just this imminent doom right above me that could happen at any moment. But today's a beautiful day. Like, no, I'm
not worth it.
It's crazy.
When I was in Sicily last year, that place, the hurricane, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my brain today? No.
Seriously.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, and I swear I'm not hungover.
You having a stroke, bro?
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to say it.
It's possible. I wouldn't rule it out. My track record, anything is possible.
You start saying stuff and your face just starts drooping on one side.
I know.
Uh-oh.
What do we do?
I'm
I'm going to pull a JP. Rotate.
Right.
Everybody rotate the seat.
It's like Dick Clark during the countdown.
Oh,
10,
stop.
9, 17.
Stop.
You had a stroke live?
Yes, he did. You don't remember that?
No.
Show some respect.
I don't think I ever really watched the countdown.
Go ahead. Go watch that.
No,
I'm
don't.
going to YouTube it.
It's definitely there, and it was sad for me to see. Like, that's not.
How long ago was it? Like 90s? 2000s?
I'd say early 2000s.
I don't even think it was early 2000s. Definitely within the last 10 years that oh my God, what the hell's his name? Jesus, what is happening to me?
Ryan Seacrest.
Seacrest.
Why are you here?
I probably could have worded this wrong. I put, instead of Dick Clark, I wrote, I skipped the Clark and put stroke at the end.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's you're gonna get your.
I was wondering, like, why is this banned?
Alarms are going off in someone's office right now.
When I was in Sicily last year, Mount Etna was exploding all over the place, and if you took if you painted a picture of it, the day we got there, it would look one way with 2 peaks, and by the time we left, it had 3 peaks.
Oh.
I'm not kidding you.
Oh.
True story. And then when we were going to leave, the airport got closed because Mount Etna was going off, and it was like ash all over the place. But they don't fear her. They don't fear it. They call her Mama Etna because everything they have, the soil and everything that comes from the earth, is because of Mount Etna. It's wild. It's wild. Meanwhile, a couple of weeks ago, it was going off again, and there were people hiking up by the volcano. Next thing you know, they're running.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Barney Rubble feet. Yeah, they were taking off. And then there was another volcano. We were supposed to go on like a little dinner boat ride by this volcano on an island called Stromboli. And that thing started exploding. We couldn't take the boat ride because you can't get close enough because it was spewing lava, hundreds of feet in the air.
Cheese and rice.
You don't want to get that load on you.
Yeah, that's
all over you.
That hot juices all over you. You don't want that.
Hot lava.
Speaking of hot juices, you guys see this Sophie Cunningham chick? You guys know who she is?
Sophie
I feel like I do, though, but wait a minute. Who is she?
She's now like Caitlin Clark's enforcer.
Oh, yeah, she's hot.
She's smoking hot. Smoking hot. Because now what they're doing is they're showing, after
Sophie
she threw
Cunningham.
that girl. You don't know who she is? Diz, you don't know who she is?
I saw a
know you
picture
don't-
of her.
I didn't know her by name, but yeah, I know who she
Everybody's
is.
loving her because she had Caitlin's back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Because there's
now-
another teammate that looks just like her too, right?
So listen to
hot
this.
one. Oh.
Within 24 hours, they sold out of her jersey.
Awesome. I love the
She
support.
got 500,000.
Nice. They sold all 8.
She's got 500. She added 500,000 TikTok followers within 24 hours.
Good for her. She needs to
Right?
feel the love for sure.
But now what they're doing is every time she shows up at the arena, they go they're doing outfit checks. She's ridiculous. That girl has legs up to her neck.
She does. And she's
she
so
is a tall drink of water. My God, is she
fit.
hot?
She's fit. Like, that's the only way to put it.
Right.
She's fit.
She's got, and everything's showing a midriff. And
Little
her-
cutout on the side of the dress.
Yeah, man. And I'm like, where did this chick come from? Because you don't realize it. I just started following the sport, right? Because of Caitlin Clark. And so now when the highlights come on, I'm watching it. But I've never once looked at any of these girls for the way they look.
And that's a good thing.
Right. Gotcha. But then they showed her like after the game and in interviews and the pregame walk-ups and all that stuff. It's like, yo, how many of them are walking around and we never knew it?
Irrelevant. Look at the skills they have and
Not
what they
irrelevant.
bring.
It's all part of the package.
Really not.
It's all part of the package, and they should use it to sell the league. A little bit.
No.
Not a lot.
No.
But if they all look like that,
But how about how she plays? And
Not
what if
that
they
one.
all
She's
played
phenomenal.
like that? Then that's that's the important thing.
it is the important thing. And that's what's going on. And I thought the coach from the Fever said it best. Everybody's getting better. All these players are getting better. Everybody's getting better except the referees.
Yeah. And that's sad but true.
And I thought she nailed it.
Yeah.
I really did. But
Yeah.
check this girl out, Diz.
She's hot. Her stats aren't the greatest, but she is hot.
Doesn't matter. She's throwing people. That girl, they were up by double digits. It was 4 seconds left. That girl that poked Caitlin Clark in the eye was going for a layup, and this chick took her out of the air and threw her onto the floor.
She's a goon.
Yeah, hard
I
foul.
was like, that is some
they got a
boss
goon.
bitch stuff right there.
She's like, give me the tech. I'm cool with it.
She got thrown out. There was 4 seconds left. There was a few seconds left. She's like,
Oh, well.
okay, throw me out. What do you want me to do? But meanwhile, the girl that poked her in the eye, which was done purposefully, got a technical. Caitlin went back at her. They gave her a technical. But then a chick came from out of nowhere and threw Caitlin on the floor, and nothing happened.
How come this is happening? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. They should be protecting this girl like she's the crown jewel.
Why does she have
Yeah,
to?
they said that the girl didn't push her, so that's why she didn't get one. But she ran
Didn't
up and
push
hit
her
her.
my ass.
She pushed her, but not with her hand. She just ran up and like kind of threw her body into her.
I
That
didn't-
type of check. That's still,
But
that's
it's
still
all
bad.
the play wasn't even
The
going
play
on
was
at that
done,
point.
yeah.
The play was already dead.
I
She
didn't
went and-
watch sports, and specifically not basketball, professional basketball, when I was way younger, in the Michael Jordan era. But I think we can establish that the Caitlin Clark for women's basketball is the Michael Jordan of right now for that.
Do you watch
Jordan.
any of it?
Yeah, I
She's
watch the
Jordan.
women WNBA now for
Okay.
sure. But back in the day, did Michael Jordan have to deal with any of this? Were the refs looking the other
No.
way? Were other players giving him a hard time and shoving him in technical fouls and all of that? Was that happening to him when he
No.
entered the league after coming out of UNC? Well, then
No.
why? Because she's a girl?
Well, they're all girls.
Yeah, they're all girls.
I know,
I don't
but
know.
why did she? They were all
Monica,
boys for Michael Jordan, and then nobody did anything. Why?
For the life of me,
They're jealous.
The only thing I can think of is jealousy.
Yeah.
That they're jealous of the amount of attention that a rookie was getting last year and that she's continuing to get.
Now that's just giving
That's
women
the
a bad name.
only thing, and we all know women can be catty
Yeah.
and jealous and all that
Some
kind of
women
stuff.
can be catty.
I didn't say all. But that's clearly what's happening. But what I don't understand is why the referees are allowing it. That's what I don't understand. Because a lot of this stuff is just absolutely blatant,
So what's
and they're
going
just
on?
letting it go.
What's happening behind the scenes that we don't know?
I don't know. Like, to me, it almost feels like it's got to be coming down from above. And that doesn't make any sense.
The only sense it would make, which doesn't make any sense, would be, okay, we're going to get more eyes. Let's cause controversy because people talking about the WNBA. But it's having the opposite effect. People aren't liking it. It's a bad thing. So if that was their angle, you need to stop it.
But it's got a lot of people talking about the WNBA.
But in a bad way. It's annoying. It's not
good. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as bad press.
Well, I think it'd be better if we were all talking good.
Gotcha. I gotcha. But as long as they're talking about it and they're tuning in, I mean, the ratings dropped over 55% when she was out for 5 days. For 5 games.
I hate it, but I love it.
5%. I mean, if they don't understand on the business side of this thing, if they don't get it, then people got to be
just the power of sticking up for Caitlin Clark gave this chick's jersey sellouts and Instagram followers or whatever like that. That speaks volumes. And then I hope, because this chick was cool like that, the players fall in line, because the refs schmefs, I mean, that sucks and it's wrong, but they don't have bad calls to not call if nobody's doing anything. So do the other women fall in line?
Listen, they're going to be competitive. They're, but these women, and the coach from the Fever said the same thing. These women are the best in the world at what they do. They're going to be competitive.
Yes.
But if the referees can keep control of it, the fact is they're not keeping control of it, and all hell is breaking
And that's why they're taking dirty shots. That's why they're getting away with it. So my point is, don't take the dirty shot. And
but they're going to. Why wouldn't you?
No, because you can take shots. You can make it a game, and of course, if you're competitive, you're going to, and even pickup games or any games, you're always going to have that elbow in that whatever. But you know what is a technical foul,
right?
And
they're letting it go.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't play the referee's game right now.
I remember as a player, if I was playing somebody and they were maybe a little bit bigger than me or whatever it is, as soon as that whistle blew, the first opportunity I got to knock him on his ass, I took it.
That's the way it goes.
I would do it in midfield so that it didn't do any harm to my team, but I'd crack him because now you knew, okay, we set a tone. You're not running over me. It's not going to happen. It's the truth.
I know, and
I'm sure Dizzy was the same way.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if you got somebody, in your case, a lot of times they're probably bigger than you. Boom, knock them on their ass. They'll think twice about going up for that head ball. They'll think twice about going for that 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
They just will. Same thing in this. But you know what? Listen, it's good for the WNBA that everybody's talking about them. But at the same time, it's like, you better protect that chick because your television ratings went down 55%. If that chick isn't there, you're dead.
Want to fly private?
Exactly.
You better catch her if she trips.
Exactly. Somebody put a mattress underneath her real quick.
Rock her to sleep on the court and lay her down softly.
All right, we'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Summer is here, and it's time to take that weekend getaway to Vegas, or maybe book that Alaskan cruise. But maybe inflation has kicked you right in the wallet. Well, leave it to Mike Calta to cancel his new order of 14 refrigerators just to give you the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Listen for the keyword every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get it and enter it in the free 102.5 The Bone app, and you could win $1,000. That's $1,000 that you can use towards a beach vacation, or to buy your own refrigerator, or to just buy a bunch of beer, stay home, and drink them. You know, like a staycation. It's the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday from 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then. 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or Hellsberg.com.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County, right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who's not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
WeatherTight Mike, you have a great reputation in Tampa Bay. What makes WeatherTight windows different from your competitors?
What makes WeatherTight different? Well, we specialize in hurricane protection, energy efficiency, and making sure your windows do their job. Kind of like how I make sure my cookies never go stale. We focus on quality and performance, and unlike my gym membership, we actually show up when we say we will. And let's be honest, the only thing tighter than my windows is the waistband on my jeans after a box of cookies.
He'd be terrible at spotting you at the gym, but he's great at protecting your home. Don't mess around with hurricane season. You know Tampa Bay has a chance of getting hit every year, and you want to be as protected as possible. Be proactive and call WeatherTight Windows today. Simply go to weathertightwindows.com and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show, and let Mike and his big bag of cookies come over to your house and take care of your home and get you ready for hurricane season.
WeathertightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. During the Kia Summer Sales Event, drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Taco lovers, Hooters has 3 ways to win this summer. Shrimp tacos, mahi tacos, or crispy tender tacos. All served with curly fries or tots. Taste the new flavors now at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP on 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. About a half hour, we'll get to Dead Guy in the Envelope. I'm seeing that the powers that be are all getting their getting a little bit excited about these new Rays talks. I guess there's a sale in the works for $1.7 billion.
Yeah. Which is funny if you look at what was the basketball team that who was just sold. For like $1 billion
I'll get to
or
that.
whatever.
I'll get that, and I'll get to that in a second. Because when you break those numbers out, then you want to talk about an investment, Jesus. But now what? They're talking about. I guess Mayor Castor is now saying that they want to bring back the conversation of moving.
Yeah, why?
Of moving it to Ybor City.
Yeah, but remember I was telling you about the Sun championship? They are in talks for their own. I guess it's a pitch. I was going to say field.
Yeah, but a
in
baseball
Ybor.
stadium and a baseball stadium and a soccer stadium are two different things.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying Ybor ain't that big, and you're going to have a bunch of land like that. I feel like the Sun is in talks, and I don't know how, especially with the Rays, I guess, not really stable. What's really happening with them? I don't know how anybody's going to have those talks.
But here, NYC, well, they're happening. Well, I should say, according to her, it said just one day after the Rays confirmed exclusive negotiations with a group of investors reportedly offering $1.7 billion, Castor made it clear that Tampa is ready to re-enter the stadium conversation. The city previously pitched the site at Ybor City, which was once considered a front runner for a new ballpark. Quote, we had proposed a bid for the Rays to be in Tampa, Castor said. That bid is dusted off and we've sharpened our pencils. We're going to do everything we can to keep them in Tampa Bay.
How many
and
times?
Preferably in the city of Tampa.
How many times are they going to say that? That is
I don't
almost
know.
the exact same sentence.
And then it says, across the bay, St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch also welcomed the news of a potential new ownership. In a statement, he emphasized that any future deal must fulfill longstanding promises tied to the redevelopment of the historic gas plant district where the Tropicana Field site is already located. Quote, we're excited about the possibility of new ownership and discussions on the Rays' future in St. Pete and Tampa Bay for the long term. Our highest priority is the fulfillment of the economic promises made to the historic gas plant district community and the future benefits that the site's redevelopment will bring to our entire city. So it looks like Castor wants it in Tampa proper, and he wants it to stay in St. Pete.
What year is it? 2007? Like we've been doing this for how long? Back and forth and back and forth. And this, they want it for, and I'll be honest with you, who I feel bad for, or like Ferg's and the local restaurants around that are not getting the same. But and then you say that, and then you think about all the restaurants and places in Tampa that are getting, like, they're getting a surge of, because where the Rays are playing now. So it's just.
And then that's what brought me. The reason I wanted to get into this is because it brings me to the Lakers thing.
That's right.
This thing is amazing. So Dr. Jerry Buss bought the Lakers in 1979 for $67.5 million. Okay? His daughter, his family, just agreed to a $10 billion. What are you going to do? Not even for the whole franchise, for 85% of the franchise. $10 billion, and they still hold on to 15%, and Jeannie Buss keeps her job running the organization. How do you not take the money?
When we start talking, when those numbers go
I know
around,
you hate the numbers.
I do, and my brain is physically incapable of wrapping around that. Like, you don't have to go to the sale rack. You don't have to look at the menu prices at a fancy restaurant. Like, I don't even understand what you. I don't get it.
I'm just saying that it's insane money. And then I was reading another article that said that George Steinbrenner, when he bought the Yankees in 1973 for $10 million, and that franchise is now worth $10 billion. How about that?
Listen, good for you. What are you doing now? What do you do? JP, someone just wrote you a check, and I know that's not how it works, but someone just wrote you a check for $10 billion, and you take it and you deposit it in your checking account. I know that's not how it works. But now you had this is your now what do you do? What's your next move?
Not much. I got news for you. Nothing. I can tell you this with certainty. Nothing I don't want to do.
I know.
Ever again for the rest of my life.
That's true.
Nothing I don't want to do.
I was watching, and this is what I think of. I was watching a show the other day. I don't remember what it was, but it was like ladies having lunch, and they were all like, some of them, like this one chick was super, super, super rich, and the other girls were all right, but not as rich as her. And they're talking about money or whatever. And she goes, I just want you guys to know that I don't understand what you guys are saying right now because if you're rich, you can have whatever you want. And they're like, well, I know. And they were like, well, it brings you some stuff. And she's like, no, you don't understand. She calls the waiter over and she says, waiter, I want what that girl's eating right there and at a different table. And the waiter's like, oh, okay, she's having. And she's like, no, I want her food. He's like, well, I can't do that. She whips out two $100 bills and he goes, hang on. He goes over, he gets her food, puts it in her plate and walks away. Like,
right.
That's
and then he left.
Yeah. She was like,
for $200.
See, that's what money, that's what I can do with money. And now,
but that's not what happens.
Multiply that times 50. Yes, it does. People get whatever they want. They do whatever they want. And this is the whole Diddy situation, if you ask me. It's so much money.
Sounds like someone's been drinking her haterade.
I'm not hating. I don't, and I said
you are kind of hating.
I'm not hating. I already said the words of what I'm doing is I don't understand. My brain isn't capable of comprehending that much money.
Right. It's like
doesn't
somebody
make sense.
Trying to teach me how to play craps. My brain just can't comprehend it.
Yes. It's the craps effect. Absolutely.
So Magic Johnson gets involved in the mix because the guy that's buying them, his name is Mark Walter. He owns the Dodgers. Magic Johnson owns a piece. There's a small investment group that owns a piece of it, but this guy owns the Dodgers. So he's already proven that it's all about winning, a la the Steinbrenner mentality, and he's got no problem spending money to bring in the best of the best and, whatever fines or salary caps be damned. And now Magic Johnson gets in the mix. He goes, Lakers fans should be ecstatic. A few things I can tell you about Mark. He is driven by winning, excellence, and doing everything the right way, and he will put in the resources needed to win. I can understand why Jeannie sold the team to Mark Walter because they are just alike. They are competitive people. They have big hearts and love to give back. They both prefer to be behind the scenes. This makes all the sense in the world. I'm so happy and excited for the Lakers fans all over the world. I mean, that's the kind of owner you want, man. That's it. That's it. Somebody's going to be driven by winning, and whatever resources you need, here, go. There is no.
Yeah, and I don't know how common that is.
Right. It's not that common. It's not that common. And that's one of the reasons why the Rays are in the position that the Rays are in, because they didn't have that type of owner.
And that's the scary part to me is all I can think of is when... when this it feels inevitable that this sale is going to happen and that and that's all going to happen, and I don't know what's happening after that, but that feels inevitable. So I hate to say it out loud because I don't hate anyone and I don't like the negativity, but
right,
and this Stu guy, he's going to get, what do they say, ridden out of town on the rail or whatever. I don't think anyone's going to be like crying, or I feel like there might be a boat parade.
There might be a boat parade. Mm-hmm. But he's also, don't feel so bad for him. He's going to be walking out with close to $2 billion.
That's true too. Now, the owner, from what I read, was there's the interested party is from Jacksonville, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. So I don't know again,
they may try to move him to Jacksonville if they think it can support it, but Major League Baseball would have to give that the okay.
It's a whole process, and that's what I'm saying. Just wake me up when it's over. Like
I got you.
Tampa, St. Pete, sold. That's just when it's done. When there's a final and we're not going back and forth for like a decade and a half now. Just let me know. And
And speaking of which, because Monica, I know you'd never tell me the truth. Dizzy, was there a final count on the amount of boats for the Sun boat parade?
No. I'm guessing it was under 12.
I don't know. I forgot about it, to be honest with you. I was working here. And
so did everyone who was going to put their boats out.
Sun boat parade. I'm going to see what it is. I'm going to figure it out. Look, there's video. Look at that. It looks fun. Well,
there's 2 boats.
Well, hold on. Well, what?
Listen.
It doesn't look well attended?
No, it looks. Now I got an ad. Hang on, skip. They're doing a little news story on it, so it's enough for the news channels to be out there, and
So the Girl Scout cookie sales.
Okay, maybe this isn't. Okay, it says 6:49.
Oh my God, they're all in this little boat together. It's like a dinghy.
No, it can't be. There's 22. Minimum of 22 people on a roster alone.
There is not 22 girls out there. I'll tell you.
Well, there might be on multiple boats.
There's 3 boats I see. Shut up. And that's got the thing. I don't see anybody on the side waving.
Yeah, there's nobody there. It's just them and then other boats that are going the opposite direction that seem annoyed.
It says congrats. Look at that. Congrats. But they don't have a tight shot right now. Maybe there's people.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Oh, we love you, Tampa Bay Sun.
Monica, do you want to say it? Do you want to say it or you just want to email it to me? How do you want to do it?
Say what?
You were right and I was wrong.
I'm not. Listen, there's 3 boats. And
just say it. I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better.
Because what do you think you were right about? Oh, there's 4 boats. Wait, there's more boats back there.
You're going the opposite direction.
Oh. That one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 boats.
Uh-huh.
And they're in it.
Now go to the Lightning and or the Bucks.
Those guys are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 boats.
Okay. Pay the under. We said 10.
And they're not very big.
Say it. Just say it.
Say
and we'll
what?
Go to break. Say it and we'll go to break.
Say what?
You know what to say. Say it.
Take the under? Wait.
Say it.
Oh, hold on. 8, 9, 10, 11. There's one all the way over there. 11. They have a wide shot. It shows more.
But that
boats.
doesn't mean they were part of the parade. That might have just been people somebody that was there checking it out.
Yeah, they were off to the side there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. You know what? I'll let it slide this time.
What do you think that you were correct about?
Everything.
Yeah.
That it was going to be poorly. That because they're not even in the NWSL. They're in a much smaller league. That's why the idea of putting them where the Rays play does not make any sense.
No, it wouldn't be the same. They're looking for their own. That's the whole thing. Oh, look, they have the mascot on there. Look at this. They're having fun, you guys.
Sure.
Fine, the under.
Making the most of it is
you
what
were
I would
right
say.
about the number of boats, but not about the support that Tampa Bay has for their championship Sun team. Go, ladies.
First I heard of this team. Was this?
Is it really?
Yeah.
And you're in the world of football.
I didn't know.
I've heard of them, and I'm not in the world. That says even more.
Yeah, but you follow any woman's sport there is.
Yeah.
Got to support the team.
Understood.
Pay to play, yeah.
They're not paying.
Oh, okay.
You're very negative, Diz. It's JP with Monica and Diz 125 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You were right.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Going to break. What?
What'd you say?
Huh?
What? Say it again. Say it. Say it so they can hear it.
Go Tampa Bay Sun.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
I'm surprised, too, we didn't get a DUI. Good God. I got picked up by Dudley Moore. Good God. Yeah, we made it safely.
Yeah.
We'll see how this plays out. I still have to get home.
Listen to the Mike Calta show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone. Or anytime with the full show replay on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
Summer is here, and it's time to eat, sip, and bar hop in downtown St. Pete. Visit DTSPSummerNights.com to win a $200 gift card to some of the best hotspots, like Whiskey Exchange, Who's on First, Dublin Drop, There Goes the Neighborhood, and Tequila Daisy.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic Quarter Pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob? What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
Mike Calty here for my friends at the Gold and Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now you need to get into the Gold and Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Gold and Diamond Source. They'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Gold and Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something. You can pick something they already have. And the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Gold and Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Gold and Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road. The same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal offers a home buyer's choice loan that can open the door to affordable home ownership because their home buyer's choice loan has no down payment options available, which means you don't need to wait years to save. Plus, you may be able to lower your rate in the future without refinancing with our no refi rate drop. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Terms and conditions apply. Equal housing lender. Loan subject to approval and eligibility requirements. Learn more at NavyFederal.org.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go! Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Hour number 2 of the show brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. We will get to Dead Guy in the Envelope in a few minutes. Just reading the story about this schmuck who decided to taunt Grady Judd.
I thought of you instantly.
Yeah. I was reading about this last night, and then I saw it, and I'm like, okay, this guy's an idiot. And then I found out that they found him, and they got him. And he's sitting there in handcuffs, and he's laughing. Why are you laughing?
Clearly not the smartest guy who to do it in the first place, so maybe that's why he's laughing.
But I was a little bit disappointed that all of the stuff that was going around on Twitter and was not from Grady Judd. Like, he hasn't chimed in on this yet. The sheriff's department has, the police department has, because I guess this guy, what the hell is his name? He started taunting
He
Grady
straight up
Judd.
said, yeah, like, come
Aaron
find me or
Johnson.
whatever, yeah.
Right? What's Aaron Johnson? There it is. Yes. And he started taunting Judd and y'all too busy fishing. That's why y'all didn't catch me when I left my grandma's house today. Should have waited a little bit longer. Y'all accepted the challenge, right? Hashtag Grady can't find me. Hashtag come again Grady.
Shut up.
And then the sheriff's department responded with spoken like a real man. Way to take responsibility for your actions. No worry, we'll find you. Bet. Which I thought that was funny coming from
the police.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see bet at the end of that sandwich. At the end of that sentence, I almost said sandwich. I'm having a day.
You are.
You are, dog.
Something is going on. Like, I'm kind of scared for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mixing up words and forgetting, like you said, within 15 seconds and not thinking of words. And
I know. I'm not feeling good about it either. I'm just trying to keep
is there any kind of, I hate, how I don't like to throw drugs at a problem, but is there any kind of medicine or something you need to take?
Need some weed, bro?
No, I definitely don't need weed. If you think I can't remember stuff now, let me get high. Let me get high. Watch it all fall off the rails. Then the Lakeland Police Department got involved in the back and forth and said our officers and detectives tracked him down and personally delivered him to the deputies at the Polk County Jail. What Aaron didn't know is that we got their backs. So basically, the cops found him and they brought him to the sheriff's department, and now he's sitting there in handcuffs. It says, "You done messed up, Aaron. You forgot all about the agencies here in Polk County. We work together. Thanks to Lakeland PD for the find. Hashtag got him. Hashtag teamwork makes the dream work. Hashtag play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Hashtag Aaron ran, but we caught him anyway." That's from the sheriff's department. And this is all before Grady Judd gets to the podium.
Oh, jeez.
And you know that's coming.
Yeah.
I actually heard the day before yesterday, I caught like the last 15 minutes of Johnny B's show. And I guess he had a comedian friend on or whatever it was who actually moved to Lakeland because of Grady Judd.
Oh, I was here for that show. Yeah, I walked in at the end of that convo, yeah.
At least that's what he was saying on the air.
Yeah.
And then they started going off on, going into the whole Grady Judd thing. And even even JoJo likes Grady Judd, which I found refreshing.
Yeah.
Why do you hate him so much?
I don't hate. Stop saying hate. I don't hate anybody. It's not hate.
Why do you dislike Grady Judd so much? How do you not find the entertainment in it?
Because I don't think law enforcement is here to be funny. And that's just my take. That's me. That's only me. And everybody else has their own opinion. There's a lot of people who like them. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying my personal taste is it's not a joke to be in that position. That's just me.
Yeah. When the protests were going on, basically Florida was like, go ahead, stand in. There is a new, you'll hate this, Monica, so take your headphones off if you don't want to hear it. But there's what I just found. It's called Protesters versus Cars on Instagram. Diz, you gotta get that. Protesters versus cars. And it's basically protesters blocking the streets and then people just running them over.
Oh my God.
And you're watching the cars go da-dum, 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 da-dum. And all the, and there wasn't, I didn't even see Grady Judd do it. It might have been Brevard County Sheriff. He's like, listen, you spit on us, you're going to the hospital. You decide you decide to protest and stand and block traffic, you're getting run over. And I was like, God, this is so refreshing. You don't know how good you got it. You don't know how good I know you hate it, Monica, but it's just like, it's so the opposite of everything we hear here. Here? H-E-A-R.
You're all questioning your own speaking ability right now.
Right.
Perfect for your job, by the way.
But I got it right. H-E-A-R-H-E-R.
Here, yes.
Thank you. Here. It's so the opposite of everything we hear. It's kind of refreshing. I know you don't like it, but
I think there's a better way to handle it. And if you're going to hear one side, I think, and I know that you're fair. Well, I hope that you're fair about hearing both sides. But just go ahead and Google the woman in Texas, the governor in Texas. It wasn't a governor because she was a mayor. I'm sorry, she was a mayor in Texas, and she was talking about the process as well, and also saying that they weren't going to put up with any violence or anything like that. But she did it in a much more not giving permission for people to kill other people ways.
Right, nowhere near as entertaining.
It's not about entertainment. For me, it's a serious issue.
I
It's
know
a very
it is.
serious thing, and it's not about entertainment. That's my point of view because of who I am and what my experiences are.
What you stand,
want to
and what
laugh
you
at it?
stand
That's
for.
totally
I'm not,
cool.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not. Oh, yeah. You need to laugh. I think it's funny when politicians or the cops step out of that staunch, straight, narrow line of just like company, like towing the line and saying what they're supposed to say. I like that. I like when they become human.
I do too,
You
but I
know?
don't like when they're mean humans. You can become human and not threaten to kill someone graveyard dead. Like you can be not
heard that
stiff
one,
and
huh?
staunch, but without doing it that way. You can be casual and fun and lighthearted if you must, but not in a cause harm to others way. I feel like law enforcement shouldn't be prioritizing that, and that's again my opinion.
But I do think, if someone's getting ready to go out, and there's one thing with protest. Listen, you have your right to protest. Peaceful protest. I'm down with. I get it. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I understand it. But when you,
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, because what comes from it, really? He's still your president. So what happened? But
Not a king though, and it was a no kings protest.
he never was.
I'm saying, but that's what they're saying. No kings. There won't be. And that's all the message was. And so it's not about, whatever you're saying, like impeachment or none of that. It was no kings, letting people express their points of view of how they view what's happening now in America and how they are making sure everybody knows there's a lot of people, millions of people who don't want it to keep going in a bad direction.
And then, they think it's a bad direction. There's more millions who think the other way. Anyway, we don't even have to get into it. As far as the protesters go, stay on the sidewalks, hold your signs, do it all day long. I don't care. Get in the middle of traffic and make it violent, that kind of thing. If you get run over, I'm laughing at you because you got what you deserved. You did. You did. You could have protested and just been cool about it, but you had to be a dick, and now you got what you got. Sorry.
I don't feel like you are sorry. I feel like you're looking.
You're right. I'm not sorry.
I'm
really not sorry. I'm really not sorry. Did you launch it the page yet, Diz?
Yes, on YouTube though.
It's on YouTube also?
I saw some of the best ofs.
Are you liking it?
It's crazy.
Listen, it's no taser videos.
No.
Did you see the taser video of the naked black guy that was running?
Yes, I did.
And they got him?
And he slid?
And he slid on his junk?
Yeah.
I saw another one yesterday where this woman was like MFing a cop. She must have been high on something, and she was MFing this guy up. He's like, I'm going to tase you. And she's like, you're not going to tase me. You're not going to tase me. And he's just like, he hits her with it. She goes down, and she's like, you mother. And he tases her again, and that's the end of that story. Down for the count. I don't know, man. I just I don't know. I find the funny in it's like F around and find out. You know? I don't know. Yeah. I know, Monica. We're very different people. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Monica, do you want me to show you the videos?
No, I'm going to go ahead and let you watch all.
Okay.
So you can soak up all the entertainment and your tasing videos.
You don't like a good tasing video?
No, I feel bad for the person.
But even if they did it, like this woman was mother effing the cops and yelling and screaming, and she's high.
It's all
and
bad
she got
stuff.
what she deserved.
I'm not on her side. I just feel bad for someone getting tasered.
God, you're so nice.
What if the person's
not nice, it's
kicking cats?
Compassionate.
Oh,
that's
good.
horrible. No, it's horrible. I don't know that a taser is necessary, and I'm not on the woman being mean to the cops. I'm anti that. It's not that I'm pro bad people. I just don't find any amusement, and I have something in me that makes me feel bad for someone getting tasered.
What if they kicked your cat?
I won't taser them, but I would probably tackle them and probably throw some punches. And
would you?
Yeah, 100.
You have that in you?
Get the F off my cat.
You have that in you?
If anybody came for either one of my cats, yes, I have a get the F away from. In fact,
but if you had to tase them, you would tase them.
No, I wouldn't tase them.
You would tase them.
I don't use.
They
I
were
don't want
kicking your cats, and that was the only way to stop them. You're tasing.
And then you go to tackle them, and you're fighting them, and they're overtaking you, but you have a taser in your pocket.
No, but the cat already ran. As long I will put myself in between the person and the cat, and the cat, trust me, runs instantly, and that's enough for me. And then whatever, even if the other person wants to pummel me after that because I'm too small, fine. But the cat got away.
Should have just tased him.
I don't want to tase him. I don't want to shoot him. I don't want to hit him with the bat. I don't want any of that.
What if tasing him was like he was threatening to kick the cat, and then he started chasing the cat, and you could tase him to make him stop from before he kicked the cat?
If I can tase him, I can trip him, or I can grab onto his coat.
Not true.
And also, he's never going to be as fast as the cat. So trust me. By the way.
No, but you have the cat on the leash, and you're in the midst of the whole thing, and you forget to let go.
The cat doesn't give a crap. The other day, for some reason, Pablo doesn't know how to climb up or down trees. I don't know it's a cat, how that happened. But he's finally just starting to explore climbing up a tree. He gets up on this limb, and I'm standing right there. It's a low limb. And he starts to fall, and before I could do anything, because I will catch him. He's done it before, and I'll catch him, no problem. But I didn't, and the leash was wrapped around my wrist. I don't know what he did. He so fast scrambled, and he was out of the leash and ran all the way home and up the stairs, and he was waiting on the porch. So trust me,
how did he break out of the leash?
I don't know, because there's enough.
Did the collar rip off?
No, it was whole. I have no idea what he did, because it's not like loose on him. There's only there's a finger that between the fur and the thing is what they're saying. So I could put a finger. But other than that, there's a little space. It's not loose on him. I have no idea. My point is, if there's someone coming at him.
You fingered the kitty? Is that what you just did?
I didn't two finger him, just one finger.
So hot.
Right on his fur. It's a very soft pussy, by the way.
Hey.
Don't drag me down that road.
It's my cat.
Aren't they listening to us in the building now? There's nobody there,
see?
Right?
There's no one here, though.
There's no one here either.
No, that's
not
true.
a soul here.
I think it was one of those days where they gave everybody else in the office off, but the people that have to be on there, and then they don't even send the emails out to tell anybody anymore. It's just like a game of telephone tag.
It used to be that way. You're right.
And they say, "Don't tell the air staff."
No,
I'm not even joking. It used to be where there would be a staff-wide when they were going to close the office, and I'm assuming they're going to do it again on July, because July 4th is on a Thursday, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're going to do it again on July 5th. But what they used to do is just send out an all-staff email.
July 4th. Which one? July 4th?
4th of July is a Thursday.
It's a Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday.
Oh, is it a Friday? Okay. But usually what they'll do is if they're going to close the office, they used to send out an email, and then we'd go to take the day off, and they'd be like, ooh, yeah. Now we need you guys to be live for whatever reason. And I'm like, well, that's not really fair.
I always feel bad for John Brennan in those situations, because he's got to break the bad news.
Right, but now they stopped sending the email to the air staff.
Yeah.
So everybody else knows about it. I'm like, where's our promotion department? Nobody's here in sales. What is going on?
Nobody's here.
Right.
I found out that there's because I was like, how come there's nobody here? And someone who shall remain nameless told me that other people that shall remain nameless are home cleaning their garage. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Listen, no hate. Just
who's cleaning the garage?
It's only essential employees.
That what?
On Fridays?
No, for today, the day after the holiday like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only the essential people that are here.
COVID.
So in that case,
5 years later,
we're still dealing with it.
You're on our team on this one, then, aren't you?
He's laughing and leaving. You know he's kidding.
He's laughing and leaving. Drop the bomb and walk out.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't hear you, right? Because he didn't have headphones.
COVID.
He didn't have headphones on?
No, he didn't. He was actually eating. He was chewing something.
Eating in the studio? How dare you?
I know. By the way, he came in and I had my Diet Coke in my hand. I'm like, oh.
He didn't say anything?
He probably thought it. I'm putting it all the way over
you're
here.
you're on in the building, so if I were you, I'd get that thing away from the board.
Oh, you mean the Diet Coke that you have next to the board?
No, it's got a lid on it. It's all twisted lid on.
Okay. This guy is someone you know from sports. He is from one of the big four sports. He is a white guy. He is an American guy. He is a champion. He is a Hall of Famer.
Oh.
Monifa, you're up first.
So Hall of Famer and champion, can we classify him as a legend in his sport?
I think a lot of people do, but I don't think when you think of him, but I think there are some people that would swear by it.
Okay.
So I'll give you.
Hey, you could. Okay.
I'll give you kind of both.
Okay, thank you.
Diz.
You said he won something, so I imagine he had with people at it.
All right.
Did he attend championship parades at the parades?
I never said he had 10 championship parades. Oh, did he attend?
Yeah, attend.
I would assume there was some sort of parade. Said sport.
And more than like 9 people showed up?
Famer. He's a multi-time all it in his sport. 800-771-1025. Know from sports. It is one of the big four sports. He is a champion in said sport, Hall of Famer in said sport. He may or may not, depending on the person, and he probably
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Bone app is sponsored by Gary.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. Know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering. Your earnings, current and diminished. Guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. You know who to call. Farah and Tampa.
Summer is here, and it's time to be ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to rebuilding or repairing from a storm. Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galerie.
American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom.
Kevin. Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Yard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my...
Valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
One of the things with running is I want to enjoy the run, but I never made it very far because the arches on my feet just killed me. So when I got to the end of my rope and I said I have to do something to get rid of the pain, and a couple people recommended the Good Feet store to me. I loved how I could go in and fitting. They put that time, that work, that effort into helping you find the right arch supports. And you can walk around the store with these in your shoes and try them out before you purchase them. So after I got my arch supports, the arches on my feet stopped hurting and the pain instantly, literally instantly went away. So if you have pain, go. Find a Good Feet store and go. There is an answer. Find the simple solution that will get rid of your pain. I'm Rondi, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP.
Groove to a DJ or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're gonna love it. First. New vibe. You're gonna love it. First.
School is out and summer. School is out and summer is here. Vacation. Make Crown Kia your first stop. Vacation. Make Crown Kia your first stop during the Kia Summer Sales Event. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today.
better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
That guy in the envelope, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica, what kind of phone issues are we having?
Hello, happy Friday.
Raw Radio. Monica, what kind of phone issues are we having?
Hello, happy Friday. What's weird is Gara's phone, he goes to answer it and it just hangs up. And so while he was explaining that to me, for whatever reason, I tried my phone, which was right in here next to the board, and that's working. So I took some phone calls during the break.
Okay.
Which, by the way, someone guessed Brett Favre.
It's not, he's still alive.
But
anyway,
you did get to see my frustration.
It was like
she answered one call and she was on it for like 5 minutes.
I was like, he was like, I want to ask, it's the question. So what's your question? He's like, so what's your question? He's like, is it Brett Favre? I go, no, what's your yes or no question? And he just didn't get it.
All right.
Brett Favre? I go, no, what's your yes or no question? And he just didn't get it.
All right, so we need to do this. And take the phone calls that we have banked, and then they have to reset the phone calls in the middle of this bit?
Yes. If you want me to answer them.
I think Dylan's resetting the phones right now.
Also, if you can, what do you call it when you ramble at the beginning just to buy time? What do you call that?
Okay, like what we're doing now?
Yeah, if you can do that there's another phone call I can answer.
Okay. All right, well, I can get to the ones that we have on there now, right?
No, because
she can't answer on air with someone.
So I'm going to answer this phone call. That means you can't go to the other calls. But once I'm done with this one phone call, then you can go to the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So run through the clues again.
This is the best. White guy, American guy, sports, one of the big four sports, champion in his sport, Hall of Famer in his sport. Some people may consider him a legend. I don't know about how many, but I know I've seen a special on him about his sport, and I know the people of that era consider this guy to be one of the, to be a great. Now, can I answer a phone?
Yes.
Yes.
Viking guy's on line one. Go ahead, Viking guy.
Howdy. Hey, was the guy a basketball player?
No. Sean, line two.
Did he play for the Cincinnati Reds?
No. Chai on line, or
That's
Chewy.
Chewy.
Chewy on line three. Well, there should be an E before the one.
Hey,
Nope.
afternoon. I was going to guess basketball, but may I say, was he a football player?
Yes.
Oh, it's Huey.
Was he the Snake?
Was he the Snake? I think he was the Snake.
Your nickname.
Yeah, he was
What?
the Snake. Yeah.
Huey!
Huey in the house.
was.
Huey in the house.
He sure
Did he
was.
play for New Orleans Saints?
Briefly.
Yes. Kenny Stabler.
Kenny Stabler.
Huey!
You saved the day today.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice job, Huey. Sorry, I called
Kenny
you Huey.
Stabler is the dead guy in the envelope. I don't know how you got that so quick. All right, here's what we have left. I have Monster Jam. I have Summer of Loud, which is Sunday. That's with Beartooth, I Prevail, and Kill Switch. Or I have Tickets to See, A Day to Remember, and Yellow Card at the Amp. Which would you like?
I got to think about it. Can I decide off air?
Yeah, we'll put you on
Yeah,
hold.
thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
That saved the day, though, didn't it?
You could say that.
I mean, even if it was early, it's better to have it early with no phones than have to drag on and try and go back and forth, correct?
I
Tis the
agree.
truth.
It's a good thing JP dropped the ball and it ended quick.
Yeah, it's all.
It's the first thing he chooses horrible
it's all my
dead
fault.
guys.
I didn't realize this guy won a Super Bowl. He made the AFC Championship game a bunch. He was an MVP. He was an Offensive Player of the Year. He was a 2-time first-team All-Pro. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time passing touchdowns leader, 2-time NFL completion percentage leader.
Nice.
NFL passing rating leader in 1970. He did it all.
When I was 16, about to be 17, I dated a Kenny Stabler.
You did?
And he was a twin. Yeah.
Did he touch you up? Did he fill you up?
Oh, there was a lot of feeling. That was in my just figuring out how stuff worked.
A lot of dry humping?
Oh, there was dry humping all over the joint.
What was your real slut years?
Oh, 20s. That was the summer of 1991, sir. And that was about as slutty as it gets.
What age bracket was that?
I was 20, about to be 21.
You're right, JP.
Yeah. Was that Condor?
That was all in that blurry time, yes.
Condor?
I still don't know
We're not
what it
talking
is.
about it.
What's Condor?
I know. She won't talk about it. She said she did it. I thought it was 3 dudes, but apparently I got it wrong. I don't know.
You let 3 dudes run it?
No.
4?
No.
Higher.
No.
Is it like one in each hand and then
Are we talking about this on the air? Like I please ask to not talk about this on the air?
I know, but it's driving me crazy because even when I look it up online, I can't get a straight answer.
I'm not really serious about a lot of things, and I'll talk about a lot of things, but I really did ask sincerely to not talk about this. And now we've already had.
To be fair, I never knew.
Never mind. You just weren't paying attention.
This was said before?
Yeah.
A couple of months ago.
Yeah.
When I was on the cruise.
Might have been.
Yeah, because I would have remembered Monica being fun.
Well, that's not nice.
Well, you know what I mean? Not like she's not fun, but like that, I would have been like, what?
Right. I know.
Train, you say. No,
that's how I was, but we're not going to talk about it. We're not allowed.
Okay, moving on.
What happened with your fake trial yesterday?
Weird you should say that. Not allowed to talk about that either. I asked her. I know.
Not?
Well, at the end of it, she was going through this whole spiel, and she was like, and it's a juicy one. It's a really juicy one, and you'd be surprised who I sided with. But she was like, reading this whole thing, and then she was like, you can't, this because it's information, whatever, and we don't know if it's going to go to trial or not. You just can't talk about it with anyone. And then she said, whatever phrase she used, and I go, wait, ever? She's like, yeah, ever. And I'm like,
oh, come on.
I know.
Did you sign anything?
I mean, I signed a thing at the beginning, that said don't talk about this with anyone or whatever, yeah.
Okay, so give us a fake story that's along the same
Allegedly.
lines. Yeah.
Right. I saw you post something on X that you were arguing with somebody, and I said, at least you're arguing with somebody else besides me.
The good news is other people listened to me because it was me solo, and then because there's 12 of us, and then it ended up being 5 versus 6 at the very, very end because other people were listening and they saw
it was 11 versus 1?
Yes.
And you were the one?
Yes.
And you flipped the numbers?
Yes.
That's
well,
cool.
like 5-6.
Yeah, you're like,
right.
Give him the chair.
Right. Wow, so they would have had to go out and they would have had to keep going. Oh, my God. How much longer did you make that thing last?
I didn't, because then once my part was over, since I refused, there were different parts of it. Like there's how much money are we going to give? The whole thing was, what is the responsibility? How much negligence was on this? How much negligence was on that? And I would refuse to move in that area. I was adjustable, whatever. And that one, I'm like, no, 100%. I'm on the defendant's side. The plaintiff was wrong, and no. And then after that, I was out. Then it was like, okay, then y'all discuss. Because it was a mock trial. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The woman came in and goes, okay, I see that Monica's not going to budge. I see that you're not.
Have her call me, girl.
She was like,
let's have a chat.
Because I see, this is clearly not, this is going to take up a lot of time, and Monica's not going to change, so we need to move on. So Monica, if you don't mind, they're going to, I'm like, absolutely, when you nailed it. So they discussed the rest, and I was in the room, obviously, about percentages of money and stuff, which, if you ask me, is way too much money. Why are we doing
Monica,
millions of dollars?
Monica, you hate giving anybody more than they can get them Taco Bell.
No, it's, I don't believe, and I wrote this down on my little thing, I don't believe anybody should profit from something. Pay your bills, like pay medical bills, even pay future psychological bills, a therapist or whatever. But that goes directly to the therapist. You don't get to have it because.
What about future salary? What if they were unable to work and now they have no way of making income?
If the person is dead, which is what this was, then I don't believe in compensating the living person that survived money for a dead person's potential salary. We don't know if they were going to change jobs. We don't know if they would have died tomorrow.
What if that person was the breadwinner? What if it was a dude and he was?
It was a dude.
How about this? What if it was a woman and he was a stay-at-home dad? Right? And now all of a sudden she's gone. She was a breadwinner. He shouldn't get anything?
No. And here's why.
Oh my God.
Because you're not incurring any extra anything. In other words, all your medical bills are paid. Okay, I absolutely believe in that. It wasn't your fault. Your medical bills are paid, but you're not incurring anything extra. And why is this person, just because something horrible happened, by the way, it was this woman's fault and I will never side with her, she made horrible decisions and this put her in this thing. So why is she getting rewarded or profiting when there are a million people in the world who lose, be it by death or just plain leaving or divorce or whatever, who lose the breadwinner money? You got to sack up.
Did you find yourself at all losing the room? And when I mean that, were their eyes glazing over and they just wanted to light themselves on fire just to make the whole thing end?
It was almost the opposite in that the one girl that was sitting diagonally from me, she started with me. I'm all here for the conversation and everybody was fine with conversations. And the guy next to me was pretty much me. That was pretty cool. He was like, yes, 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 yes.
I thought it was 11-1 though.
In the very beginning, and then afterwards.
When it was 11-1, did you feel like, oh Jesus, here we go. This is everything? Did you have me in? I should have been in the back of your head. JP was right again.
I don't think so because the guy who was the foreman, who sat next to me, who was literally Spike, he was very okay so I don't think so. But either way, I couldn't have because there were the people who got swayed. They were listening to me. They were.
How many hours of your life was this?
Well, they had us till 5:30, but we left at 4. So,
from when to when?
I got there early to go into the drawing for an extra $25. And I got there at 7:30, but it didn't start until 9. So I could have gotten there at 9 if I didn't want to try for the extra $25.
For extra $25, you gave him an hour and a half.
And I read. I sat there and read, and it's free breakfast, free lunch, and free snacks, and all the Diet Coke I could guzzle.
And you get a few $100s to do it?
I had $300 at the end.
That's good.
Yeah.
3 1/4 then? For the extra $25?
Yeah. It was whatever. It was no big deal because I was asleep in for me because I'm usually up earlier. And I literally sat there and read my book.
So fake court pays more than real court. That's funny.
This jury, that we already know.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music. Presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Mike Calta here for my friends at the Golden Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now, you need to get into the Golden Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Golden Diamond Source. They'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Golden Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something. You can pick something they already have. And the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Golden Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Golden Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road, the same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. June has always been a huge month at Stingray, and this year, there's almost a buying frenzy as customers are looking to snap up bargains while they last. We can't predict the future, but the good news is right now, we have a huge inventory of new Chevrolets on the ground with rebates, bonus cash, and low financing all available. And Stingray's dealer discount is as much as $4,000. And remember, at Stingray, we do not charge a dealer fee, and that automatically saves you anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 on top of all the other discount. So listen, if you do shop somewhere else, be sure to ask, what is your dealer fee? Because otherwise, it's probably hidden in the fine print and can cost you thousands. But here at Stingray, there simply is no dealer fee, period. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
A cat named Mo for All-American Gunslingers. July 5th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at All-American Gunslingers. Come to the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Get tickets at aagunslingers.com. VIP ticket includes food from Grind Truck. There'll be prizes, raffles, and a grand prize for the winner who shoots down the drone in the fastest time. All-American Gunslingers on US 19 North in Newport Richey. Rights, safety, freedom, America.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
Oh, yeah.
This is for you, Monica.
You're loving it. Loving it.
Little Cypress Hill.
Yup.
Get you ready for the weekend. Which, by the way, did I see you line dancing?
Girl, I might have found my new hobby. So Wednesday after, because I knew I had Thursday, I had to go to the mock trial thingy. So, and that was, fine as far as sleeping in goes. So I wanted to do something fun Wednesday night. Like I never get to do anything on a Wednesday night. So I volunteered at the Spring after work for 3 hours and sweated my ass off in a warehouse with no AC for 3 hours sorting through people's donated clothes.
What'd you do there?
I sort of, people were dropping off clothes, and I went through the bins and just, divided them up and, sorted through them, which they really needed the help. I didn't realize how backlogged they were. Anyway, so that was fine, but standing and sweating for 3 hours straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what am I doing? I want to go home and do nothing, but I had already made plans to go line dancing at O'Brien's, which is right there in Carrollwood. On Wednesday nights, they have a teacher. She's like, we'll teach you how to do the dances, which is all I've ever wanted. So I'm like, I gotta suck it up. Took a shower.
Isn't it basically just the country version of the electric slide?
No, because
that's what it looks like.
But there's a million different line dances. They're not just one. There's like depending on the song, then there's a dance for that song type of thing. So I took a shower and went to this thing, sweated my ass off, dripping sweat for another 3 hours at the damn line dancing thing. But it was fun. Did you
smell a little?
I didn't smell me, but I wouldn't advise anyone to smell me. I don't know, but everybody was. It's very cardio centric, and but it was fun, and she was a really good teacher, and she said that she's there I think twice a month. So I think because I was home by 10, I was home, I wasn't out late or anything. So I think Wednesday nights I might go to O'Brien's and do.
For how long? You're not going to keep up on that all that long.
But it's fun, and I'm learning the dances. So what I'm gonna do is learn them, so I don't look like a jackass on the dance floor to go to a country bar.
Right.
And I belong to this. Little group. Shut up. And we make our little.
What group?
Shut up. We make our little.
What group?
I just don't need to be mocked.
What group?
I belong to this. It's called Child Free Women, Tampa. And we're women who've opted to not have kids, right?
How many cats?
Yeah.
How many cats? I want to know.
Between all of you.
I want to know combined.
All right.
How many cats?
I don't know. I have
Find
to.
out. How many women are there?
Oh, it's a big group, and there's people joining all the time. So I want to say we're at least in the hundreds, I think, or maybe at least 100 or so.
Is this like a social? Is this like a social media group?
It's a Facebook thing, yeah. Okay. And so we all put events on. Like anybody can go on there and say, "Hey, who wants to do this?" And they're all over both St. Pete and Tampa and whatever. And so I think I'm going to create an event to go line dancing at an actual country bar because now I'll know how to do the dances.
Is it single and childless,
no, some
or
people
just
are married.
childless?
Some people are married, some people have boyfriends, and some people are single. And none of us, we've all opted to not have kids. We've all said we do not want kids in our lives.
But we want 6 cats each.
Right.
I don't know if they have. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of dog lovers in that group.
God, there's always something with you.
What? It's a thing.
There's always something.
How
long have you been part of this barrenless womb club?
It's not. No, it's choosing to not have kids. And I want to say just under a year. I have only done one event with them, and it was a lot of fun. But I'm going to set up that country bar, and then there's this other thing of like sunsets on the beach or whatever, where it's like you paint the sunset on the beach. I'm going to set that event up as well. And you know what?
What are you looking for?
Fun people
Friends?
Honestly, friends are cool. I didn't make friends with any of them. But what's fun is none of these people have to say, oh, I can't because I can't get a
friends
babysitter.
with availability.
Yes, I don't have to get a babysitter. I don't have to go home early because the babysitter's waiting on me. None of that's a thing with these people, and I love it. And we can literally do whatever we want, whenever we want.
I get that. Like Pitbull toddlers performing today, and I was talking to people if they're going, and they're like, "You going?" I go, "It depends if we have a babysitter." Mm-hmm. And then I went, honestly, it depends if she's going. She has a babysitter because I thought about it. I go, I'm gonna still go. Like, and Monica and me were talking about it. I was like, honestly, love them, but F those kids.
And they ain't your kids.
Where were they Father's Day? I'm going to go party.
Karma.
Wow.
Karma.
Look at you.
Immediately turn my back on the team. I go, listen, I'm going to go party.
Will that cause problems?
No. Nicole, I don't know if it's a test, but she goes, you can go if you want.
Yeah.
She's like, don't worry about, if we get a babysitter. You could still go. I go, I feel like this is a test, but
it sure is.
But I feel like you don't mind failing tests.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing. It's kind of like, deal with the repercussions.
I feel like, bitch, you made me go to a wedding I don't want to go to.
Funny story about that. We didn't go.
You didn't go.
Because the wedding was Friday. Thursday, there was a little bit of an argument, and I went, I should probably just stoke these flames a little more, and it'll carry into tomorrow. And like a true jerk, that's what I did.
Wow.
I kept it up, and then Friday, we basically were still kind of like upset with each other. So I guess no wedding. I guess no wedding, right?
Score.
And it was no wedding.
Oh, my God.
It was a win for the home team.
Wow.
He's gonna die alone with his bong.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a scheme is what that is. That's a scheme.
You're riding the lightning, bro. That's for sure.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm going to just lean into this. I don't even like weddings. And then I had planned to tell her, you can still go if you want, though. I mean.
Was she mad at you in the like you guys were still it was still kind of weird. So when you said that, was she like mad, like, oh, I'm mad at you. Also, I wanted to go to this, and like, I'm mad at you, and we didn't go, you made me not go to the wedding, so now I'm even more mad.
No, it never came back up. She was, the most it came back up was, did you tell them we weren't going? I go, well, you're the one who said we were going, so I feel like you were the one who was supposed to tell them that we weren't going.
That's on you.
So I go, if they don't know, that's on you. Yeah.
Wow.
And it didn't cause an argument or anything. I think she was just like, oh, man.
Let me ask you
I definitely
this.
didn't say anything to them.
I'm just going to put out a question here. If, in all of my lots of ex-husband stories that I've told, if I told you this story, you know, No, I'm saying this story. If I said, you know, one time he didn't want to go to a wedding, so we had a fight and he dragged it out because, you know, he didn't want to go and his scheme the whole time was to not go. What would you say about my ex-husband? And will you keep that energy with Gareth?
I would have. Well, I know Gareth and I like Gareth, but I also know the whole. But I also know the whole setup to the story, because the setup to the story was she said yes to a wedding without talking to him first.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, if it was like one of her
There's
friends'
that.
weddings.
And I was definitely against that.
Yeah.
So now, because to me, if you're going to make a decision like that, that should be, you know, run past. It should have been run past him. But I'm not looking to get into your relationship and all. But yeah. So the fact that he got himself out of it, I'm like, you know what? Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Yeah, unscathed too. No,
unscathed.
No bruises or nothing from that. Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, you're playing with fire tonight.
Oh, if I go?
Yeah.
You think so?
Not if you go. I'm just saying, don't think it's really like, well, you know, if you want to go, go. It's not.
You're right, but I think, you know,
I think you're entitled to go.
Yeah, especially because like Pap was asking me, and then Ian Beckles hit me up separately, and they're all asking me if I'm riding out. So I feel weird to be like, I can't. Nicole can't go, so I can't go. You know, how's the rest?
Where's the gig?
Tampa, Willie's, right?
Yeah, something. It's in Lutz actually, which is it's not too far from me. It's near JoJo, which I'm excited she gets to go. Speaking of babysitters, so it's
Whiskey
not,
Willie's.
Yeah, Whiskey Willie's.
You're not.
It's not
going
too far. Oh, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Me and my friend Dell are going, and then JoJo said she could go, so I'm like, oh, let's all just get on board.
And that's another thing. JoJo's been hitting me up all day, so I know Nicole's working on a babysitter because she wants to go. But she's gonna.
What about the
seeing me in photos with everyone looking happy? Like,
what about the Barren Womb Club? You're not going to put that out to any of them?
Put some feelers out.
Oh my God.
Right.
No, I'm not. That's separate. And I do. And I honestly look at their.
Oh, yay, with the dusty ovaries.
How about we choose?
Hear ye, hear ye.
Why can't you? How come you can't see that we choose? It's called Child Free Women. I'm going to look at it right now. Child Free Women in Tampa/St. Pete. We've got all of these events coming up.
I mean, I guess I can believe that you sought out this group.
Well,
and how do they know that everyone's child free? Like, did they go through your profile and make sure
they're all available to go to meetings?
Here's the thing: you can only be a member if someone already in the group invites you to be a member.
Oh yeah, like Illuminati.
Once you say, okay, can I be a member? Then they go through these questions, and they were, to be honest with you, I was a little like, what? Because they were like, you know, have you ever had kids? Do you ever plan to? How old are you? So do you think you'll change your mind about having kids? Like
you're holding a White Claw and a kid over a cliff.
Right.
Who are you dropping?
the kid.
Yeah.
Are they all driving Subarus? This feels like lesbian woman club. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know why. It feels
Are
like
there a lot of
women wear a plaid?
Are there a lot of Subarus?
I don't know what people are driving.
Pay attention tonight. When
Find
they pull
out.
Yeah.
Find out. If they pull out cat pictures or they pick you up in a Subaru, run.
Yeah, put up some polls on the group page, and one's like, "Who owns a Subaru?"
Why?
Right.
See what they say.
What does it matter if they did, though?
Nothing.
And then say, who has the most cats?
Yes.
Nobody. Oh, God.
Anyone
Find
like
out.
wearing plaid a lot? Just different places.
What?
Call it how I see it.
All right, we got to bail. It's time for John Senning. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're going to the Pitbull Toddler Show tonight, have a blast. I know Johnny B's going too, right? Is he? He's not performing beforehand, is he?
No. He's
It's
just
the way it sounded that way. It could have. But I could have.
He usually gets on stage for a song.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he will, but.
There you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back Monday morning, 11 a.m. See ya.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Join 102.5 The Bone and the Myco Radio Show live this Saturday starting at noon from Furman Luxury Used Cars on US 19 in Palm Harbor. Come have lunch with us and win tons of prizes, including Busch Gardens tickets, Rays tickets, and more. Go to theboneonline.com for all the info.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on. And when the AC is on, your money is gone. But Solar Bear has a better way to cool down your bills. Go solar now and get 12 months with 0 power payments. That's a full year of energy on the house, literally and figuratively. Solar Bear is Florida's trusted solar company, locally owned, going 10 years strong and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Stop letting the power company cash in on your summer, and more importantly, stop renting your power from the power companies. Call Solar Bear or visit solarbear.com and own your power before prices rise again.
Where exactly do you think you're going? You're abandoning me, your beloved, exquisitely plush couch. Look, these feet are handcrafted mahogany. Put their Heinekens back. Do you really want to go to that concert? Wouldn't it be infinitely better to stay here with me? Look, I have a perfect imprint of your posterior. Please, don't go!
Don't listen to your couch. Head to a concert with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I was pretty hungry and looking at a menu when I named my boat Change Your Tuna. The backup names were Trick or Trout, I Salmonly Swear, and, oh, it gets worse, New Squid on the Block. It wasn't my best day.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it. And start with a quote from Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.